Hello everybody, happy New Year's Eve. I got my banky, I got my ducky, and I got my hot tubby. This is a yearly tradition. I asked you what you're leaving in 2023, and here's what you said. Let's see. This first comment comes from 20E's Official. What I'm leaving behind in 2023 is my old self. I can finally be me. And I'm also leaving behind all of the friends that abused me, took me for granted, or took advantage of me. You know who you are. F you. That's a smart move, Owen. Going into this new year, you don't need people holding you back. And you especially don't need people taking advantage of you, because the most valuable thing is your time. And if people aren't going to respect that, bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. This next comment comes from Jacob. In 2023, I'm leaving behind my credit cards, and good riddance to them. Jacob, I harmonize with that sincerely and severely. I have too much credit card debt, and especially during this year where strikes made work very rare, I fell back on my credit cards too much. I'm sick of it. I'm done. I want to pay mine off and never use them again. Our next comment comes to us from Preston. Videos in a car. Just feels kinda lazy. I have no idea what you're talking about. Whee! LedsenKatt says, I'm leaving nothing. I choose to stay in 2023. No, LedsenKatt, no! Come with us! Come with us, no! Specific Ocean says, Gaming Man. I won't be leaving it behind entirely because I'll still play with friends and stuff, but I can't be asked to do it on my alone time anymore. I simply don't derive the same enjoyment from it like I used to. And, like I said, my friends are the only thing that make it tolerable. I've invested so much time and money into gaming, and while I don't necessarily regret it, I'm ready to redirect those things into more fulfilling hobbies, like watching CP videos. Clarified as Cole Perrine. Thank you for clarifying that. You should probably just use my full name. I mean, aside from Worms, Minecraft, and then whatever my friend group's game of the week is, I don't touch them, and I don't play any games by myself. I have no single-player campaigns anymore. Comment. I must read. This is from DJ. He says, I'm leaving behind getting stuck. I've had a bad habit of hitting one snag and allowing my whole life to stop as I let that snag control me. These past few months, I've worked on not letting that happen, either by getting around or through the problem. No more getting stuck. I make the best of what I've got, and I keep living. That's the only way that you can get anywhere in this world. Most recently, I was gonna be a director of photography for something involving a large automaker. That's all I'm gonna say. And they canceled it. They canceled it because the talent decided they were not available that day. And it really bummed me out. But you know, whatever. What are you gonna do? You just gotta drop it and move on. And I did an assistant camera gig, you know, the next day and forgot all about it. God Liza says, I'm leaving behind a giant carbon footprint. Hashtag crypto queen pin. Yes, and that's on Slay. Period. Heidi Charles Leon says, I'm leaving behind my obsession with having a best friend. Never needed one. Only just thought I did. Now I'm focusing on myself. I never really had a singular, like, best friend. My close friend group were people I hung out with, like, every day, and I had so many. I never wanted to assign the best friend tag to one singular person. I felt bad doing that. You don't need a best friend. In fact, you want as many best friends as possible. Why should you rank them? They should all be of singular quality. Peach Jam says, in 2023, I'm leaving behind your mom. We're getting a divorce. But honestly, I'm leaving behind my lack of motivation and laziness, because 2024 is time to grind. I get that you're doing a bit, and it's funny, but you need to let me know before you're going to hit me with something like that, because I was not prepared to hear that a second time. Jimmy says, I don't know, is it too late for me to ask for my kidney back, or has that ship sailed? It's right here, buddy. It's right here boiling in the jar, cooking like a stew. Kevin Alejo says, I'm leaving behind my YouTube music playlist. I made it during freshman year of high school, and it has been my main music library ever since, now reaching over 2,000 songs. I have too many songs I don't care about anymore, or songs added so I won't forget them in the future. I want to start fresh and keep music I truly care about moving forward. So, Kevin, a big reset for me was switching to an iPod for like 6 months. Like, I didn't touch Spotify. The iPod completely re-taught me how to listen to music. Like, I listened to a lot more albums all the way through and things like that. Like, it's blah, blah, blah. Basically, do it. Prune that library. It's good for you. Here's a comment from Scott Hudson. I am leaving behind 220-ish pounds of me. Weight loss surgery late December 2021, and here I am, half the man I once was. Scott, man, you look amazing. You look fantastic. I'm doing it next, but to make my balls bigger. Nip Nap offers a long one here. I'm leaving behind just mostly everything that made me anxious and tired. I realized that most of 2023, I spent switching emotions a lot. I felt super lost as to what I wanted to do. Might be the fact that I turned 18 this year. Definitely want to help my family more. I spent the last couple of months helping my family, and I want to do the very best I can for them, as they will do for me. I got his comment wet. No, don't get your comment wet. You're so sexy. It's a very big growing moment. It's something that I'm getting into at 25, where my grandparents are getting older. Most of them have passed away. The few that are remaining, they need help. I take out their trash for them. We do their dishes when we're over there for dinner. You know, we do a lot of taking care. I help my grandpa fill up his cars with gas and swap out his propane tanks. And it's a very kind of hard thing to do, to watch these people who took care of you now need taken care of. And at 25, I can't imagine what that's like at 18. Because at 18, my family was still taking a lot of care of me. I thought I was going to be a commentary YouTuber. I was basically an infant. You are doing the right thing, taking care of your family, but don't let that absorb you completely. You still have to like be yourself, because you can't take care of someone if you're not happy. Aromatic XD says, I'm trying to leave behind the lack of confidence which would have kept me from the great opportunities I've had this year, had I not taken the chance. Aromatic, I totally feel you. It was something I struggled with in college a lot. My professor, Bart, told me that he felt I was capable of great things, but I held myself back. And they were words that rang in my head, so much so that they're one of the primary things pushing me right now to make it in what I'm doing. Your biggest enemy is your brain, and failure really is like nothing. You're gonna fall on your ass, and you're gonna look stupid. But also, something too I've learned, everybody forgets, like almost immediately. Just like do your thing, because people are gonna remember how far you bounce back from your failures, not the failures themselves. Okay, we have a comment floating in from my boy Xander. In 2023, I'm leaving Abilene, and with it, the weight of stress I've been carrying since graduating. I'm excited to move and find new adventures. For the first time in about 6 or 7 years, Alex is returning to Arlington, for which we were all very grateful and very excited. The hijinks are gonna be crazy, they're gonna be wacky, they're gonna be zany. We're so glad to have you back. The most persecuted people on the planet are the Abilonians. Next, we have a comment from Chase PHX. Doing away with sub-5 video years for sure. Overdrive time, baby. I will stand up for this one. I will get out of frame. This man makes incredible videos when he actually decides to. And I know that we're all working very hard, Chase. And I know that you're dealing with a lot at my dream job that I tried very hard to get, that you got on your first try. But you gotta make some more stuff, man. You are depriving the world of your voice. We're gonna mob you until you upload. Oh my God. All right, who do we have next? Let's see. Sleepy Menace says, I'm leaving behind the mourning of a loss of a friend, or at least trying to. Look, I'm sorry. Losing a friend, even a one, sucks. Oh wait, there's something else. There's something else. He's not dead. We just ended on a bad note. Okay, well he should be. Kill him. Otiste Beats says, leaving behind the person I loved the most. We were both each other's dream partner for life, but due to circumstances out of control, it didn't work out, and I've been feeling down because of it. I will still love her, but I think it's time for me to dust off and get to bettering myself. Starting with the gym, baby. Time to get f***ing shredded. Breakups are hard. Especially when you've been in a relationship for a while. I'm hoping to be single pretty soon, to just go ahead and refresh. Just, you know, I love my wife. I love my wife forever. I think especially if it was someone you were dating when you were young, you need to be single as an adult. You need to like know who you are. It sucks to think that, especially like when you're in the relationship. You can't imagine, like, I know who I am. I'm surgically attached to this person, like that episode of Rick and Morty. Preston Allender stole all the women online anyways. So a lot of people are going through that right now. We're boiling in the jar, cooking like a stew. another comment comes to me. Tyler Damsma says, I'm leaving behind weed, hopefully. So Tyler did like a challenge to make himself hate weed, which you should go watch. It's a good video. And I think he did it after making this comment. So Tyler, keep it up. And if it didn't work, don't tell me. VMLP98, aka Sikuya, says, I'm leaving behind my absolutely abysmal spending habits. Well, I'm just glad that you came to that resolution after buying a WRX. I've never been in a WRX. Definitely haven't been on a road trip in one, but it looks like a nice car. I definitely didn't learn to drive stick in one either. Since COVID, I seem to have a rotating cycle of obsession, and I need to stop buying old things off of eBay because it's $50, it's cheap, until I buy 10 of them. Weebot says, I'm leaving behind Dracula Flow in 2023.
I'm moving different than a nothing mean man. I'm a dog. I got purpose on the back. I see him at the car that he'd say on the whole 15 bits. Musa. I want to take your phone.
Okay.
I want to go start in there. I tell me this pizza. I got the ham. Up the meal Ferris.
Been quoting it non-stop ever since it came out, and I think it's clear to everyone around me that it's getting annoying. My friends and I used to love old Filthy Frank style comedy back in high school and early college, but I think just as we've grown older, it doesn't work anymore. Maybe it's time for me to become the jaded adult society demands of me and move on. Been having a lot of troubles holding myself professionally for a while, and I think it's starting to affect any future job opportunities I get out of college. Not in the aspect of me saying offensive things to people in their 40s, but more so me not carrying the professional vernacular commonplace around my campus and feeling like I'm not being on the same wavelength as others. I don't know how to fix this, but I want to work closer towards being the professional engineer high school me always wanted to be. I mean, this was disproven. It's not real scientific theory, but like you do kind of make metaphorical grooves in your brain the more that you do something, right? So something I wanted to do since I had Holly is curse less. And one of the ways I'm doing that is I'm forcing myself to censor cursing in videos from now on. For a little while it's conscious, but eventually you just don't even think about it anymore. These guys didn't get a beautiful paper bit. These are the disqualifieds, okay? Every year, we gotta show them, begrudgingly. AGR says, I'm leaving 2023 behind. Edete5505 says, hell yeah. Kalina Chapman pranked me and just put read more. Rickman Ho 2023 says, aight. Sir Lucas 73 says, do you listen to Death Grips? Yes, but disqualified. Wow, I'm thrilled to see Cole's handler is allowing him to participate in social activities again. Last time it only took 18 hours for Cole to get grounded after the last Weezer show. 7 of you liked that one. That's all the comments we got this year. It's really cool seeing a lot of you guys be regulars every year and seeing you grow and find new goals and new things to leave behind as you become real people. And I'm just really proud of all of you guys, seriously. I know being a former commentary YouTuber, you would expect my favorite part of the video to be talking about myself, but actually this is. Bit of a surprise, I know. But anyways, it is time to talk about myself, so let's dry off. I never got my banquet sponsorship. Guess I'm leaving that dream in 2023. Do I look insane?
You look freaking scary.
This has been an especially interesting year for me, I have to say. There have been a lot of steps forward, but also quite a few roadblocks. So aside from the ones that everybody probably knows about now, the Ryder and the SAG strikes, there were also strikes for flight attendants, UPS workers. I believe that the auto workers are either on strike or are threatening to go on strike. And that definitely cost me a lot of work. I'm very, very happy to leave those behind. For now, because the IATSE contract is up next year. Following along with that industry theme though, another thing I'm excited to leave in 2023 is hopefully PA gigs. I've kind of come into my own this December as an assistant camera. I finally started booking gigs, and so many, in fact, that I haven't really done a PA job in about a month. I'm hoping I could become a DP or a camera operator and just work in that field because I've really begun enjoying shooting things on a camera, and I've enjoyed playing with these insane big crazy cameras. This year I got to see a 50 to 1000 millimeter lens. Another thing that I really like to put behind me this year is talking man content, especially guy yells at camera. I didn't really do much of it this year, but I think that I just want to kind of eliminate boring shots altogether. Nobody wants to stare at a guy talking, and you know, I made it work for a little while with the green screen, and the green screen was fun, but I think I've just kind of aged out of that style of video, and I just want to incorporate more visually intriguing stuff, especially because I want to be a cameraman. I want to practice my camera work. Another thing that I'll be leaving in 2023 is single tax filings. That's right. I put a ring on it. I proposed to Fabi this summer on Coronado Island, and we'll be getting married. And another thing that we'll be leaving as a couple is rent. We're homeowners. This house is ours. This house is very special to me. It's been in my family for literal like generations. It was my great-grandfather's, my grandparents lived in it, my dad lived in it, and we've been living in it for the past 2 years. I've actually got a photo of this deck behind me being built, and they set up like a slip and slide in the yard, and they were throwing water balloons at traffic. I also want to ditch Twitter, like for real this time. The last year or so under Elon Musk ownership has really made this platform exceedingly unbearable. Like how every thread that you go into is dominated by blue checks who have the worst opinions I've ever seen. I don't know how such a large collective of people from all over the world can be so unanimously stupid. I want to delete my account, but I've got direct messages with friends who have passed away. I've got my little viral moments. So if anybody has any advice, I would love to hear it. I'm also leaving streaming services in 2023. I got fed up this year. I officially did it. I'm just mad. A bunch of my services all raised their prices on me. You know, I've been a day one subscriber of HBO Max, even when it became Max and sucked significantly more, and even them I had to let go of this year. I don't even have YouTube Premium anymore. I got it in like 2015 or 16, and I'm experiencing YouTube ads for the first time, and God, they suck. It's unbelievable. I get ads on Facebook, I get ads on Twitter, I get ads on like Instagram, but YouTube hands down actually does have the worst ads I've ever seen. Hey dude. Look at this dude. I really, really hate that I can't just click the triple dots on a Google ad and say, see less of this. They have made it so complicated while pretending they care about your control. I did a test drive this year for a short, and now I get Tesla ads, and I go into their little thing and they give me like 5 brands and say, oh, do you want to see more or less of these? I cannot hide Tesla ads. So I guess that's Tesla's revenge. You guys got that one on me. We are moving back to physical media. We had a bunch of DVDs and VHSs gifted to us. My friend has a Jellyfin server with movies and shows that were acquired legally 100%. I defended a lot of these platforms when nobody else did, and they lost me this year. And then one last thing is just the horrible YouTube app design that we've had for the last couple years, this like TikTok homepage ripoff thing. YouTube rolled out some new design recently that I actually do like very much. I don't like the removal of the About tab and the Channel tab, but you know, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna let the dog take a whiz, and I'm gonna put some more wood on this fire real quick. The last thing I'd like to talk about tonight is what's to come. What should you expect in 2024? The biggest thing I think you're gonna see next year is simplification. The channel itself, I've just cleared away some of the other little links and text in the banners and things. Like, it's just gonna be a little cleaner going forward. Another thing is merch is gonna go away. Nobody's bought merch. A lot of it's just kind of old, outdated. It's Teespring, and I wanna get away from Teespring because it sucks. Whoever is in charge of Teespring needs to... Part of that is like an upload schedule too. Something that has kind of baffled and bothered me for a while is like everybody's YouTube advice, which is like, just upload every day, just upload every week. I get emails from YouTube that's like, upload shorts. This guy did shorts for 90 days and gained 200,000 subscribers. Well, I tried that this year. I uploaded every week, sometimes multiple times a week for 6 months, and it got me 13 subscribers. which, you know, I'm not complaining. I'm grateful for. Thank you to the 13 people who decided to stick around. But it's just not for me. And I go about this every single year. I'm like, I'm gonna have an upload schedule. I'm gonna try an upload schedule. This has like been the definitive year. This was my experiment. I tried it. It clearly doesn't work. There's some upgrades to memberships. For a little while, I just had the Twitter verified icon, but no longer. They actually all have kind of accordant nut stickers. We've got a peanut for the first month, and then various nuts from walnuts to cashews to almonds, kind of going up the ranks in order of severity. But another thing that you've probably noticed by now is that members get early access to videos. What I said when I made the members program was I would not be putting videos behind a paywall, and I'm still committing. Every members only video will go public at some point. Memberships have made most of my channel revenue this year. I think every month I pull in about $30 to $36, and like 28 of it is memberships. So I sincerely want to thank you guys, my members. We've got Fallen King and Jacob in the XL ranks. We've got Preston Allender, LedsenKatt, Specific Ocean, 20 Ease Productions, and Sikuya. Thank you guys. A lot of you have been members for over a year. I think a couple of you are like up on the 2-year mark, which is just incredible. Thank you for sticking around and supporting this. And hopefully these new features are fun, and hopefully they keep adding more things that I can give you guys to kind of make it more worth it to support. If you are not a channel member, consider joining the Peanut Gallery. It's $5 a month. Then there's shorts. I'm really 50-50 on shorts. I will be honest, I hate vertical video. I don't like watching it. I have always thought that vertical video is great for like a cursed video. A weird, obscure thing that came off of some dude's iPhone, and it's grainy and it looks like shit. Those are awesome. But evidently everybody's going that way, and I fought it as long as I could. You know, that probably was to my detriment. I probably should have gotten huge before everybody was using it. But, you know, I'm stubborn. So I found some fun with it. I like making little sketches, like parodying formats that I see in shorts that I hate. They kind of gave my channel a boost in views that I had not seen in a while. Like they're the reason that my little numbers were in the green. So that's probably what I'll keep doing with them. While I do hate shorts, I don't hate the shorts I made this year. In fact, I don't hate any videos that I made this year. I am really proud and happy with basically all of them. I'm not as happy with YouTube though. I love YouTube, I do. It's always been my #1 social media choice. But even as I tried to give it my all this year, I feel like YouTube doesn't want me on their platform. I don't know if I did something to upset them, or maybe I killed my own channel by going from Minecraft to commentary to whatever you call the stuff I've been doing lately. We'll never know. But because I'm so proud of my content, I feel like there is a place where it could live. I feel like there is somewhere else out there for me. So I've been exploring other avenues. I've acted in a few commercials this year. I've become a cameraman. You know, I'm working on something that hopefully you'll get to see next year that would maybe push into the film festival world. You know, I did the sketch club at Dallas Comedy Club, and that was really fun. I want to get back into stand-up. I do really want to do it again. I bombed the last time I did, and I've been kind of scared ever since, but I really do want to go back and give it another shot. And I'm not trying to bitch and moan about it. Like, I'm really not. I just have to get these things off my chest. I know I'm not the only one who feels like this. I know that other creators are going through this, and I wish that they would speak up and talk about it more so I didn't have to feel so alone. That being said, I am getting better. Every year I get a little bit better at shaking this concern with the views and the comments and the progress and what I should be getting. But I don't know, that's really all I've got to say. This video is getting pretty long in the tooth. So I do just want to say that I am so very grateful for this year in a lot of respects. This is one of the best years that I've honestly had in a while. And I can't wait for the next one. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna keep making videos. I'm great. Everything is great.
action-filled adventure. All the worst from the World Convention.
Shares of Roboco Developments now claiming to say my regular scheduled programs. After World Day. The latest report from the people now. Mean, tiny little detail.
He said this last time that he body slammed me in front of some hoes and then pulled out 4 bands.
Say, they must have amnesia.
What?